Hey guys, it's Sophia the Shadow Hunter, and today I'm going to be doing a book haul for you. This is a September book haul. I know we're already 12 days into October, but September was really busy. I had my birthday, my sister's birthday, and I was just busy filming other videos. I didn't get around to do this one, so this is like a September/birthday book haul. I got half-price books. If you guys have half-price books in your area, go to their website, give your email, and on your birthday they'll send you a discount for 15 to 25% off. This year I got 15% off, and so I got these books that were a great deal, and I made sure every book I bought on this trip was books that were on my TBR that I wanted to read, which was really a good thing for me because I tend to just go to the bookstore, and especially the half-price books, I can't always find the books I'm looking for, and so I just buy what looks good to me, and they're still great books that I come out with. It's just not helping my TBR, it's adding to it, and this year I'm really trying to decrease my TBR instead of add to it, so let's get started. And please leave down in the comments down below the books you want to read, the books you've been buying, and the books you're hauling on your, if you have a YouTube channel too, or the books you want to read in the comments down below, so let's get started. So the first books I wanted to get when I went to the bookstore was I wanted to get the books by Frederick Bachman. My grandmother asked me to tell you she's sorry. This is a signed edition. I got it for $7.99, and with my discount, I think it was like $6. So let me read it what it says. Elsa is 7 years old and different. Her grandmother is 77 years old and crazy. As in standing on the balcony firing paintball guns at strangers crazy. She is also Ella's best and only friend. At night, Elsa takes refuge in her grandmother's stories and the land of the lost awake in the kingdom of Miamas, where everyone is different and nobody needs to be normal. When Elsa's grandmother dies and leaves behind a series of letters apologizing to people she has wronged, Elsa's greatest adventure begins. Her grandmother's instructions lead her to an apartment building full of misfits, monsters, and attack dogs and old crones. But also the truth about fairy tales and kingdoms in a grandmother like no other. My grandmother asked me to tell you she's sorry is told with the same comic accuracy and beating heart as Frederick Bachman's best-selling novel, A Man Called Ove. It is a story about life and death and one of the most important human rights, the right to be different. This book sounds amazing. I can't wait to read it. I need to read it soon. I also got A Man Called Ove by Frederick Bachman. This was $7.99, so I probably paid between $5 or $6 for it with my discount. It says, at first sight, Ove is almost certainly the grumpiest man you will ever meet. A curmudgeon with staunch principles, strict routines, and a short fuse. People think him bitter, and he thinks himself surrounded by idiots. Ove is well-ordered, solitary, and gets a shake-up on one November morning with the appearance of new neighbors, a chatty young couple and their two boisterous daughters, who announced their arrival by accidentally flattening Ove's mailbox with their U-Haul. What follows is a heartwarming tale of unkempt cats, unlikely friendships, and a community's unexpected resentment of the one person who thought they had all figured out. A word of a mouth bestseller that caused a sensation across Europe. Frederick Bachman's irresistible novel about the angry old man next door is an uplifting exploration of the unreliability of first impressions and a gentle reminder that life is sweeter when you share with other people. Ove is all you need. This book sounds awesome. I can't wait to read it. Okay. So I actually got this book because it was really cheap and it's been on my to-read list forever. That is All But My Life by Gerda Wiseman, a memoir. This was $6.99, so again it was like $5 for this. It says, a classic of Holocaust literature, Gerda Wiseman Klein's celebrated memoir tells the moving story of a young woman's 3 frightful years as a slave laborer of the Nazis and her miraculous liberation. All But My Life stands an intimate lesson in humanity, hope, and friendship. Gerda Wiseman moves you not just because the story she can tell is horrific. It is the passion with which she looks to the horror and found heartfelt basic goodness in humanity. All But My Life is filled with wonderful acts of decency and normalcy, even as she describes 3 years in labor camps and 3 months of a forced winter march from Germany to Czechoslovakia. So this book sounds amazing. I can't wait to read it. I need to read it soon. I also got, because I saw a movie and I loved it, and I've really been getting into games this year, Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. He lives in San Antonio, and he also has love for like rock music, and there's supposed to be a lot of Rush things in here as well as other metal, heavy metal rock bands from the 70s or 80s, so I'm really excited to read it. I love the movie. It says, in the year 2044, reality is an ugly place. The only time teenagers Wade Watts really feels alive is when he's jacked into the virtual utopia known as the Oasis. Wade devoted his life to studying the puzzles hidden within the world's digital confines. Puzzles that are based on the creator's obsession with the pop culture of decades past and their promised massive power and fortune to whatever can unlock them. But when Wade stumbles upon the first clue, he finds himself beset by players willing to kill to take this ultimate prize. The race is on and Wade is going to survive. He'll have to win and can find the real world he's always been so desperate to escape. This was $6.99, so again it was like $4 to $5. Next, I got this book. It looked too good. It was only $3. The Reckoning, Death and Intrigue in the Promised Land, a true detective story by Patrick Bishop. It was one of their super buys. Here's what it says. Renowned military historian Patrick Bishop revisits the death of notorious Zionist leader Abraham Stern, head of the infamous Stern Gang, challenging the prevailing account of his demise. The charismatic mastermind of a series of high-profile terrorist attacks with the goal of attaining Jewish independence and statehood. Abraham Stern was driven by his belief that he was the Jewish liberator of British Palestine. By early 1942, he was the most wanted man in Palestine, forced to take refuge in the Arctic in Tel Aviv to evade Assistant Superintendent Jeffrey Morton, who was assigned to track him down. Stern's capture and death have been debated and endlessly contested over the years. The official British report stated that Stern was attempting to escape and Morton had a reason to believe that he had explosives. However, witnesses claimed that it was a cold-blooded murder that propitiated a cult of martyrdom, preluding any possibility of a detainee among the British, the Arabs, and the Jews, and inspiring his followers for many years. The Reckoning chronicles Patrick Bishop's fascinating quest to uncover the truth about Stern's ignominious death. Bishop gained access to Morton's private archive and interviews with witnesses and relatives and relates a dramatic story that resonates to this very day in the world's most conflicted regions. Bishop's gripping narrative describes without bias that what actually transpired in the safe house where Stern was discovered. He relates to Stern's capture in the context of the complex battle to expel the British from Palestine and secure Jewish independence. These men appear to have nothing in common, yet Bishop succeeds in depicting critical traits that these did share: dedication to their causes and an unflinching determination to achieve their goals at all cost. Bishop makes a strong case for the impact of Stern's shootings in the remainder years of the British rule through meticulous research and profound understanding of the forces at play during the historic conflagration. This book sounds great. I can't wait to read it. And the last book I have to share with you guys is The Astronaut's Wildflower by Lily Koppel off of the Red Leather Diary. I can't wait to read this. I started watching the show, and it's great. It made me want to read this book, and when I saw it's based on a book, I was like, I need to read it, of course. It says, as America's Mercury 7 astronauts were launched on their death-defying missions, television cameras focused on the brave smiles of the young wives. Overnight, these women were transformed from military spouses into American royalty. They had two Jackie Kennedy appear on the cover of Life magazine and quickly grew into fashion icons. Annie Glenn, with her picture-perfect marriage with the envy of the other wives, platinum blonde Renee Carpenter was proclaimed JFK's favorite, and licensed pilot Trudy Cooper arrived on base with the secret. Together with the other wives, they formed the Astronaut Wives Club, providing one another with support and friendship, coffee, and cocktails. As their celebrity rose and as the divorce and tragedy began to touch their lives, these wives continued to rally together, forming bonds that would withstand the test of time. They had stayed friends over half a century. The Astronaut Wives Club tells the real story of the woman who stood beside some of the biggest heroes in American history. And this book was $4, so it's like $3. This book sounds great, and I can't wait to read it. I hope you guys like this video. Please be sure to give us a video a thumbs up. And if you have any comments or questions, link them down below, and I'll answer them for you guys. Please be sure to like this video, and I'll see you guys next time in another one. Goodbye.